What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We back with another episode of Rap and R&B with Ray. Today we got a very creative, stylist artist in the building. I'm gonna go and pass him the mic to let him introduce himself to y'all in full, and then we gonna jump into this interview.
Yo, Sleepy with the left hand, the one and only, demigod. So listen, we in here. We from Jackson, Mississippi. We born and raised. We gonna show you for how we supposed to be doing it, how to do it, how to consistently do it, and keep the swag with it. Like you gotta be born. You gotta be born.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we gonna jump into it like this. First off, I gotta ask you about your name. Where did it come from? What does it mean? What made you rock with it?
So I always had the low eyes, man. Folks either they gonna suspect I was high or somebody think I'm tired. It ain't really neither. I got it's a medical condition called ptosis. So it's just unresponsive, nerves in the eyelids and stuff like that. So my eyes just a little bit lower than everybody else. Some people ain't worth looking at. Some people, hey, I might buck them for you. But and left hand, because I'm left-handed, and I believe that's something that helped me be creative. Use both sides of my brain being left-handed. So that's just, I'm an adaptable individual when it comes to art.
I love that. So with you, I'm gonna dive right into the business side first, and then we'll come back to some of the stuff that you done put out because I feel like your work in that space to be able to be a profiting artist, to be able to live off your artist work is
Mm-hmm.
something that a lot of people are striving for
Mm-hmm.
and haven't been able to obtain. So talk about your journey, your first process of putting your stuff in line to getting that check. Like, what did that look like?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, boom. That's a good one. So I started making music on a program called Audacity, and man, I was probably like 13, 13, getting to know that program, like recording myself. Um, but putting the music out was something I didn't really understand how to do, where to start, if it was something I actually need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it'd be like if you could put something on like a Instagram or a Tumblr or a Twitter, just a sound clip, you could do that. And I'm like, okay, boom, so I can get folks to they give me feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just on a bunch of apps at this point, and I'm like, I need to hear feedback from people in different places, not just here, but other places as well, because some people might not like, some people might like. I understood that part, but I didn't understand where to put the music at. And I come across SoundCloud.
Okay.
They let you put it. How much you want to put on there is up to you. Man, I'm making music, putting it on there, putting it on there. And I'm like, okay, if I get feedback, cool. If I get paid, cool. And that's the mindset that gotta go. Because that was me starting. And I can't be at this point if I never figure it out.
Okay.
If I
Right
never
on.
figure it out. And I'm just gonna do music and be okay with somebody saying, man, that song is fire. But somewhere how? Like, I don't know how. Somebody's gonna be making music off that song if you put it out and you don't go get the copyright. It's just like start a business, get the LLC,
Right.
and you put all that paperwork in to let somebody else go and buy your domain. Now you gotta negotiate with them because they not looking up, for instance, my brand 777 Live Love Learn. They not gonna put in that if somebody else buy my domain. I'm like, hey, that's not my website. It is not my website. They gonna do what they do.
I'm gonna follow in line with what I think it should be.
Exactly. So at that point, I got to choose a whole nother name. But if I did all of that, some of them missing steps and stuff we don't know. And it depends on where you want to make your money at, because you got from websites where you can direct your engagement, because social media is really just something that they kind of,
Control. It's a tool.
yeah, they sculpted everything that they would say they world would do, and they put it in there, and we contributing to that. But at the same time, you don't have to use those things necessarily to be your only way to get your music voice or your art out. It's so many different ways that when you figure out that it's 200%, not 100% on a song royalty, and you like, oh, oh, somebody has been stealing from me. But it's like it's not really somebody who's stealing from me. It's like if they say, hey, come get your money, and you grab just a 20 out the table and leave the rest of the money. Man, when them lights go off, can't nobody tell, hey,
What's gonna happen
get
with
y'all
that
hands
money?
back. Who is that? Cut the lights on. They don't care, bro. Come get the money.
Yeah.
It's your money. Leave it there, and somebody's gonna take it. That's just really it. Cause time gonna go by, folks is listening to it. It's somebody somewhere that just got a phone for the first time, and they open up SoundCloud. You might be on their playlist. They don't know, but they also might be a scammer. They might be riding. They might be like, man, let me go copyright everything he said in here. If I copyright each word, then he got to pay me for every time he play this song. That's why certain language ain't allowed on TV.
Mm.
If this ain't the network for that, when you say them words, we gotta blank them out of song because that don't make us no money.
Exactly.
Because we gotta pay them folks. They copyrighted them words. We can't say them words no more.
It's a good point, man. So talk to me more about SoundCloud, because I know a lot of artists talk about like DistroKid and TuneCore and Apple Music and Spotify. What does the SoundCloud do that's different?
They were, in my opinion, they were first, of course, to my eyes, when it comes to distribute music. They were first to get to me and a lot of other people like me, like Cardi, Uzi, X, a bunch of those folks. It was the only place where you ain't have to really have no rules of releasing it. Now I will say, like I said earlier, if you don't know the law gonna get you. It's so much you signing over and so much you giving them rights to when you are saying, cool, I want to upload my music for free, no matter what happens. Now, that's what you're saying when you sign that, but we don't know the whatever what happens. Like, so that, I think they was just, the timing was perfect for SoundCloud because I use DistroKid now. I still got my SoundCloud and I still use, like I said, I don't use your one. I'm gonna have this stuff everywhere. Like it shouldn't be a reason where you got music and it's a place it don't exist at. If Walmart was to start saying, hey, we need more artists because we trying to play regional stuff in our stores so the clients can feel comfortable, and it's coming. And it's coming. They're gonna have Big X the plug on our radio in Walmart if somebody don't get to it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we leave so much money on the table by doing the thing and doing it the way that we probably seen somebody do it or somebody tell us we gotta stay in the box. Man, doing art ain't never been in the box. Ain't never. I used to turn my paper over after I'm done doing my coloring or whatever and drawing it back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this blank. Oh, I get to do what I want with it. Okay, cool. That's what we doing. Now, when I hand that teacher back that paper, she can do what she want with it. I gotta protect their art. I almost gotta steal my homework if I need to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that it's like that when you if it's like that as a kid, it's supposed to be like that as an adult. You still gotta protect your art. Everybody can't protect everybody's art. You protect yours.
That's true. I'm glad you brought up art, because you're like a great combination of, like I said before, style, visuals, music. Talk to me about that combination and how you came up with that. Has it just always been something? It's something that you got to work? Do you have to work at one field more than the others? The other ones come more natural. Like how do you put all that together to make it sleepy with the left hand?
For me, I would say, man, I didn't let the child in me die. Like I ain't never let that happen. Like if I was I raised in the church. A lot of different things in my life that I made myself, hey, you gotta remember this. Hey, this ain't something everybody get.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this something you hold on to. So being a YMCA kid growing up, like being in the church growing up, doing different stuff where gifted programs and stuff like that. Man, I had homeboy that'd be like, man, what y'all doing in them classes? And I'm like, man, we in there making swans out of paper, bro. Like, lie to me again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Origami days.
Okay, bet. Like, he don't know that this even exists, and he don't even really want to believe it because the way that they sent him to school and the way that they sent him back home, he feel like a prisoner.
Mm.
So he might have been a creative person. Never know.
Never got
had the
exposure
chance.
to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's most of us, you know, because we in the South and like rough in the South, man, you do everything yourself. So when you used to doing everything yourself, limit the number of people you can really learn something from. Because if your granddaddy taught himself and he teaching you,
you only learn it from
you
one
know what I'm
strand of
saying?
people.
Like, and I got the same genetics as him. If he didn't teach me this, I probably learned it the same way he learned it. I gotta go learn from somebody else.
That's true.
If I want to be in the NBA, I can't listen to the guy that's in the, you know what I'm saying? He in the NFL, boy, feet gonna be heavy. Like, ain't gonna work out like that. So as far as like asking for help, remembering all the like the memories that molded me and helped me be creative and think about things where it was like either it was a bad situation or it was good, and it made me like, I heard something while that was going on, and it's in the back of my songs now. I don't even remember it until I remember like, oh man, that's crazy. That's where it came from. It just be all tight. You got I believe in taking the good with the bad because that is art.
I like that.
Like if I'm, cause I paint and we do tattoos and like we all that we doing we art. Like the house gonna look like a sculpture. The cars, man. Hey, look, until I make a Cybertruck or something like that, I'm getting a Cybertruck because that's the most. It's so childish. That's how I gotta have it. It's so childish, like, and that's the kid in me. It's not even like this car really. I done made it up in my head that I know it's gonna help me. It's gonna help me be a better artist. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have it driving me around. I'm gonna be recording the car. People looking at me like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like,
they always like you.
Just like, nah, bro, I can't. I ain't. You talking about grow up? What? Which I'm a kid. I ain't trying to hear that. So I think that's it.
I like that. Staying youthful, staying creative. It's hard to do as we grow up. So being able to hold on to that, I feel like is a major accomplishment.
Yeah.
So I guess we could dive into the music now. Well, I still want to go more into the visuals.
That's cool.
So when you coming up with these, because I mean, when you talk about art, a lot of your videos look like almost a photo from like a museum. And you across the lake, and we see you as a person, and it look like a painting. How are you crafting these scenes and finding them locations to put it all together?
Man, through my memories. It's been certain situations where, like, say you in the car for a long time or something like that, you just looking out the window. Man, I done seen so many lakes, and I just like, you remember the Drake album cover where he was sitting on the what's the name, made him real smile. You know,
Yeah,
damn well he wasn't sitting up there.
right.
But in my head, like, I'm doing stuff like counting every third tree. I wonder what that would look like if I turn it blue, like, or just different stuff. So when it comes to like album covers or music videos or whatever, it's gonna either be movies for me or memories. Like, and the way that I'm gonna try to show it, I want it all to look like a movie.
Okay. So do you have any upcoming projects that we need to know about?
Yeah, yeah. I got probably gonna have like 3 singles come out this year. I got different areas of fans that I want to touch. So I gotta make sure everybody get they fix. I gotta make
Okay.
sure everybody get they fix. Hey, I ain't selling dope. I'm selling hope.
Okay.
So
I love it.
we got 3 to 5 singles. 3 to 5 singles that's gonna come out next year. We gonna put the album to work.
I like to hear it, man. So what's your favorite song that you put out so far?
Man,
Not the fans' favorite, man. What's your favorite?
mm. So I do these jam sessions when when I'm in the process of making my music.
Mm.
It be them.
The ones we don't even get.
Yeah.
Oh man, I knew.
It be them. Look, I did it this morning, Robert. I did about. Let me see, cause I do them.
In true artist fashion, all his best work never gets to the people.
So look, hey, look at the times of them. The new ones, cause January 29th was the last time I was on my phone recording. But all these recording, they're basically like freestyles. The ones that say new recording, they ain't got no name.
You cussing on here? I'm about to give us
No, don't play it. Don't play it. We got we gotta like before the music come out, we gotta do everything we supposed to be doing, get the copyright right, all that like that. So yeah.
I got you. I'm just
Cause and bro, like another reason for that too is like leaks. If we leaking our stuff, then it's cool. We can benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody else leak our stuff, we leave money on the table again.
Well, you got a lot in here, man.
Cause when I tell you, bro, these mics will get tired of me. If I get tired of sitting here, these mics get tired of me.
I believe it, man.
And
Okay, I'm
they'll
looking forward to it. There's some good titles in there too. I can't tell y'all nothing though, cause I ain't gonna leak it. But he got some. He got them titles is
yeah,
interesting.
it's seven this morning, man. 7 this morning.
Boy, working. Okay, so do you produce any of your own beats, or you go over other people's beats, and then do you write first and then find the beat, or do you find the beat and then you write? What's your ideal creative process?
For me, it's once I hear a sound. So if I hear a sound that's gonna inspire me in a beat from listening to a beat, I'll load it up. Don't put that beat on. We finna go crazy. If it's more like I'm walking through the house or something and I hear like a sound in my head or it's some actually like some fall or something, you like, oh, that would kind of let me not break nothing, but that would kind of hard if I can emulate that.
Okay.
And then I'm finna go make the beat. Like I was humming all morning. I'm like, oh, this finna get laid down. Like all this. So it's not really a particular. I ran into blocks because of that. That whole like, I found my process. Let me light the counters. Let me put the rug down. Let me do some jumping jacks. Like, man, it don't help. That feel like going to school to me. Come in here, sit down, 8 hours, go home. I can't do that. I ain't finna do the same thing every time.
I like it. So free flowing.
Yeah. I'm gonna hear the music. I'm gonna see it in my head, and I'm gonna put it down.
Okay.
But
So
I make most of my beats. I'm the type of person. I'm not selfish because that's cutting somebody in on my art, and I don't mind because it's art. So my thing is the best art win.
okay, that's what I was going into.
The best art win.
Cause I knew you made your own beats. I just needed you to say it before I ask the next question. So
Don't do that, bro. Cause folks be acting like they don't need me, bro. I be like, bro, it ain't about that. I make beats sometime, but I want to hear what y'all do.
so with your beats as well, are you open to having people rap over your beats, or your
Of
beats are
course,
typically for okay?
of course. I um I I love working on them group projects like that. Like it ain't gotta be my work. It can be somebody else's album, and they know they got a deadline they gotta hit. They coming to get some.
Mm.
Yeah, hey, we got them over here for sure. It's just how many you need, and we gonna really rock out. We gonna have fun. We gonna kick it. But I think more so with that, I just I like to know what's going on before I go jump in the studio. I
Okay.
like to know what's going on as far as like how they want to do, how much I'm expected to give, or what they would want out of me and stuff like that. Because then you can talk about everything else, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I love that. I love that when people make music together. You would never Can't nobody buy my voice. Can't nobody teach it. Can't nobody emulate it. That's the same thing with somebody else. So that's
Yeah.
how I look at it. I'm like, boy, let me hear your instruments. What you do with yours? Like, come over here. Hey, you want to play like a band today? That don't mean you gonna stay over here now. Cause I'm like Batman. I gotta work by myself for a while. But I come and do the Avengers mission. But you keep me more than 7 days. They're gonna be an angry man. Let me go back to where I'm at. So yeah, I
I
do.
feel that. Definitely needs your creative space. So, are there any obstacles? Of course, there's obstacles, but what's the obstacle that you faced in your creative and musical journey that you okay with sharing with the people? And what did you do, or what are you working on to overcome it?
Um One of them was like I said, the creative process, like putting too much pressure on myself with like um Kobe shot 200 free throws a minute, so you gotta do the same thing with music. It's like in a way, if I'm writing every day, then I'm writing every day. That don't mean I gotta write a verse every day. I can emulate a scripture and write one where I'll be like, if somebody was to just heard it, they'd be like, oh, that's hard. Like, what's the shortest verse in the Bible? Jesus will.
Mm.
That's hard.
That
Everybody
is
think about it and be like,
hard.
Jesus did what he like. Then it's so much to that that you can just unpack so much and be like, oh yeah, that's set in stone. That's history at that point when you make something that good. So I just believe you can do that. So if I write one thing that's that good, like then hey, that's what we rocking with. But I want 10 of them. They ain't got to be verses though. and then thinking that um that you actually have things out here trying to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
That type of mindset somebody had to definitely like grow out of and learn a new one, because it is perspective. It's definitely heavily perspective based. It's not like it's a full truth. It's not like it's a full lie. It's just some of it is mostly us. We can't get out our own way, or we throw the punch at ourselves when we're sleepy and we get hit and we be like, "Dang, boy, I'm my worst enemy." Hey, you know you're gonna swing on yourself every now and then.
Get out of the way. Bob and weave.
Man,
So what's something that you looking forward to as a creative in the future? I mean, I know not to help you answer, but kind of where I'm to lead in with the questions. With all the AI that's going on and assistant programming and all that thing, where do you see that as a creative, and do you plan on using it, kind of shying away from it, going in the future?
um, I got a background in tech, so I'm I'm not all for tech, like I said, because I do got a background in it. So it ain't just like I see the good, see the bad too. It's more like if you cool with okay, but I'll put it like this. If 10 years down the line it's gonna be illegal, will you use it knowingly, knowing that that's the future coming? That's how I feel about it.
Dang. Would you use it?
I don't feel like I need it.
Okay.
Cause I don't like I tamper with it because I want to see. Like I want to see. Hey AI, write me a song about da 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 da. Hey AI, make me a beat with da 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 da. It just you don't feel the music.
I was gonna say that.
It
It's
could
like an emotion.
yeah, it could help your process, and you probably even could like credit the folks that made the app for helping your process. But man, this ain't no AI music gonna beat me, bro. Ain't no if that what we worry about, bro, man, landslide 3-0.
Okay. And you brought up the music industry earlier. What's your perspective on the music industry? And if you had the opportunity, would you sign or would you be? Are you forever independent?
Um, Now what I'm signing is more of the importance in like knowing how to structure something in your life. Now I'm not gonna turn down somebody wanting to put me at Target and they deciding that they wanna, because they do got like clothes and stuff. They do play music in there, so I could end up employed by them. They're like, hey, we want you to be in charge of our music department, so we need to pick out all the CDs we're gonna send to these stores throughout the year so they can play their music. You get to pick out the Christmas, what's the name, all of that. We get 3 CDs a year, and I'm cut in on that budget. It wouldn't make sense for me to be like straight on that. I like music, don't it?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now if it's like, hey, my art has to be tied up in the hands of somebody else that's finna give me 15% off my 200% and gonna tell me blatantly in my face, already disrespectful that you finna make 85% off me, cause I must be crazy slow and dumb because I don't want to go and register my own music and let you go copyright everything in my name. Duh, you supposed to get finesse. But then you find out it ain't 85% they own. It's 185% they own to your 15. That's weird. That's kind of weird. I'm okay.
Boy, drop some gems in there, real smooth on it. Okay. So, um, as an artist, when it comes to performing in front of people or being around people that admire your art, how does that make you feel, and how do you try to interact with those people?
Um, Man, I treat first off, you gotta treat the people like people. You gotta treat the people like people. Sometimes I value the fact that every time a different person gonna hear the song, they gonna tell you what they heard about the song. Not too many people gonna all at once be like, we like the 808. Somebody gonna be like, no, I mean, kind of heavy to me, but that was a violin in the back, wasn't it? Like he caught something.
Hmm.
So them moments be more beneficial, honestly, to my soul, because I know I just gave somebody a moment. Probably ain't give you enlightenment, but you had a moment. You had a moment with the music. I ain't got to be connected to that.
True.
I ain't really gonna sit around and try to continue to take credit because it ain't like I'm singing a song every time it come on. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're coming out the speakers. The speakers doing my job, so I'm not gonna sit there sometimes and be like,
it's all me.
Yeah, it's like, man, shout out to them folks for playing that song. Like they like that song too. I like that song. That cool. We both like that song. Oh, you like this? Man, that's hey. So yeah, I love it, and I keep it separate now. Keep it separate now. Be
Okay.
professional for sure.
What kind of legacy do you plan on or hope to leave on the R&B music rap world?
Um,
And I mean, I guess the art creative world, because you got clothing and the rest of it too. So, what type of legacy do you want to leave as an artist?
the one where it's universal, and you ain't got to look at me and think about really comparing me to nobody, not because you couldn't, just because it wouldn't make sense. Oh, he was his own, like, leave him over there. Like, we ain't even, y'all arguing about who the best is. He a lot of people best, so we ain't talking about Michael Jackson right now. We talking about Prince. Like, you don't compare Prince to nobody. Like, Prince ain't have Quincy Jones, you know? Prince, he in there. He in there, dark room, or some babies in there. Like he got the flavors in there. So this all him. It ain't is pouring out of him at this point, man. You gotta let that man rock.
Right on.
So
Okay. What would you share with a creative that's multifaceted that's coming up behind you? What game would you give them?
know your way in. Know your way in and be intentional about how you get in and when you get in. And that ain't to say in as far as like per se the music industry or whatever the case may be. It's more so ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you. So when it's time for you to decide, man, I might be okay with being put in this box. You put yourself in that box rather than, like you signing a deal and then you waking up like, oh, this is what they've been trying to get me to do for 4 years. That's why the album ain't came out. Nah, we ain't trying to do that. So if you know, hey, my focus is these things. These things are my priorities. It's a couple of ones after that, but I'm not gonna put nothing before these. So when it come time for um per se, like some of the people that have done well for themselves, it wasn't never just in one area. Never just in one area. You gotta have different friends in different places, some resources, a saving account, you know, some they're gonna bring you back some money while you spending some money, so you don't touch the saving, and something that's you ain't got to touch and it's gonna bring more money. It's something you can actually do that's gonna make you money, where you can be like you 4 different people in different places. And also getting in is if you a stubborn artist, it don't matter if you're a singer, songwriter, if you play the organ for churches, man, if you got a gift and it was given to you and it can be taken away. So be careful what you do with your gift and how you use it and how you decide not to use it. Because them opportunities where you could have used it because you probably trying to negotiate somebody, squeeze them, whatever the case may be, man, you miss your blessing. You miss your blessing. You miss your opportunity to be the person that can perform at the Super Bowl because you said, man, y'all don't see what they paying me for a feature right now? Pay me that. And they like, bro, we just don't got it. Work it out. What we need to do, we need to live stream this, and I get most of the royalties since y'all couldn't pay me my full. Do something to work it out, like figure it out. And that's why I say like I'm cool with working with everybody because bro, it's so many ways you can figure this out. You ain't supposed to. It's not. You're not supposed to be waiting on nobody to sue. If you waiting to sue somebody that's like, man, I'm trying to get married. Who trying to get divorced? That's crazy. That's a crazy question to ask, bro.
That's a wild approach.
That's a wild approach. You waiting for somebody to slap you upside the head instead of somebody walk up and shake your hand. So if you place yourself in places where you know you belong at, and you get out of a place you don't belong at, it move you far. It move you way closer to your goal. You one or two people away from meeting the 10 people that's gonna make your life easier and make money with you for the rest of your life.
What are you talking over there, man? So go and wrap it up. Let the people know where to find you. Any last words? You've
Man,
been killing it, man.
I done said enough, man. Don't get that old man talking. Man, listen, sleep with the left hand. 777. I don't do no more win. Them the only L's I take, and they live, love, learn. Yeah.
Just like that, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. This was a dope one, man. Just like that. We gone.